So the lifestyle play on Sunshine Coast is a three-factor point. You've got point one, where you've got a lot of jobs that are starting to get developed and built out and growing onto the Sunshine Coast. You've got the connection. So Australia's only got 3 internet connections to the outside world on the eastern seaboard. The first one is Sydney, that comes out, that's the main cable. The second one comes out of Melbourne, and the third one that they've just installed is in Queensland, and it actually comes out of the Sunshine Coast. So that connectivity to the outside world is at its fastest at that connection point, and that's at Coolum Beach. So that's where that connection comes in at the Sunshine Coast. So Brisbane data centres have to travel all the way up to the sunny coast to then go out, or they have to travel all the way to Sydney to then go out to the outside world, where if you're in the Sunshine Coast, you've just got to go from Maroochydore to Coolum or what have you. And we've all seen those videos where, you know, the land around the New York Stock Exchange was getting bought up by those guys with their algorithmic bots, because they were just trying to get that cable shorter and shorter and quicker, to the point that the exchange gave all of them the same length of cable and the exact same setup in the basement, so everyone would stop trying to outdo each other by getting that shorter bit of cable for that little bit, that fraction of a second quicker. So that's what that Sunshine Coast sort of represents. The third point is the tremendous amount of infrastructure spend that's going on up there, which is going to improve everything up there. So they're talking about upgrading that Bruce Highway between Steve Irwin Way up to Caloundra to another 3 lanes, where it's 2 lanes at the moment. So at the moment you've got 2 lanes north, 2 lanes south. They're talking about upgrading that to 3 lanes north, 3 lanes south. And when they finally do that, that's just going to increase that connectivity. You've got the Wave, which is a heavy rail that turns into a bus that's going to connect the Sunshine Coast Airport down to the Maroochydore City Centre, down to the train line, which is going to connect you to Brisbane. And then you've got all the other economic development that's going on up there. As I mentioned previously, you've got the around about, it's about $6.5 billion that they're going to be spending on building the new CBD. You've got Aura down the south there, which is around about a $5 billion development. And there's a whole heap of shops and pubs and stuff like that that's going to go in there. You've got Aura South that they're talking about now, and they're starting to sort of plan that out, which is another major development that's going to get done up there by Stocklands. You've got the university up there, which is just getting bigger and more expanded, and that you've got the new university hospital that they've just built up there, which is going to expand over time and attract more doctors and more education and that sort of thing. It's just, and the lifestyle is that main draw card. So if you can work and play in the same location, it's one of those things that's going to just keep lifting the prices.